Hi everyone, welcome back to part 4 of the lab build, and as you can see the benches have arrived and we've started assembly. It's going to take us quite a bit of time to do these benches because, as you can see, they are all flat packed. So we've got, to make one bench, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 packs to all unpack. So we've got ones containing the sides and fittings, we've got the cross beams in that one, those ones, and worktops here. Worktops that we've gone through are these mottled grey type of ones, about 1.5 inch thick, very heavy duty and solid. Everything came on pallets, and yeah, colour scheme is blue for this room. Cabinets has turned up, they've got to be all unpacked, and this stuff weighs an absolute ton, so trying to get it up here to the 9th floor was a pain in the arse. Apart from the benches turning up, I've been a little bit busy. Projector's gone back up, and I've started doing the data panel on the wall for the projector, HDMI, VGA, and a analog video there should you need to plug in your Pis or test kits or FPGA boards to do video and all that sort of stuff. And yes, we've got another screen going up as well. That's all to be done. That's it for now. Hopefully later on we'll have one of the benches erected, and you can see what it actually looks like and the type of benches that you'll be getting in here once they're all fitted together. So I will see you later. Right, so welcome back, and as you can see we didn't just stop off at one bench, we've actually done all the benches and bolted them all together. So these things are all done. The bench tops, they're not fixed, these are all still loose because we've got to sort out placement of the various kits on the benches and possibly change the height so we don't put too much weight on. Cabinets, we've got the wheels all attached and all manoeuvrable. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. All done, nice and blue. Bot cabinets. Wheels all attached to the benches. That's what I was saying about the commandos. Got extra ones put up. Yeah, missed out on those on the last video. So yeah, everything's coming together. Cleared out all the rubbish. And whatnot. That's all down in the lab now. So you've got more or less a lab sorted out. Brought up some of the kit. Just over there in the corner. Gonna have a play about with that, like I said, on the benches, get one set up just so that we know that everything fits, and yeah, see what happens. I'll see you in the next one. Right, been playing about with the benches, haven't fixed the top one yet, but we've been having a look to see how we can connect stuff together. These are the arms that we've gone for. What are they? Human scale arms that we're going to be using to attach the PCs to the benches. Got plug blocks, various bench top ones as well, so they'll sit on top of the bench. So we've got all of our sizes more or less sorted out now and placement. Just waiting on the workshop. We're going to attach one of those and then we're going to load it up with the other kit, so the multimeter, power supply, get a pico scope from downstairs, set up the bench how it should be with the power brick. You'll see that hopefully in the next video tomorrow, and yeah, if all goes according to plan, you should have a nice bench to view, and we can replicate that right the way down the lab onto all the other benches, hopefully by you know, end of this week, middle of next week. They'll be more or less set up, so I imagine maybe about 2 weeks time you could start work in here. So I'll see you on the next one. Well then, hard at work again. As you can see, the lab benches have all been laid out in the planned layout that we had. All the tops are all now fitted, they're all secure. Started attaching the brackets for the monitor arms, not monitor arms, PC arms. Benches all underneath the desks as planned. The only thing that we haven't done to these benches is attach the power yet. Still got to do that, but it's a minor thing to do, just screwing a few plug blocks on. And this is the layout that we've been playing about with. So, as you can see, it's very similar to the plan. You have to imagine we've got the PCs, to go on the arms, so you've got to imagine that they're there, but this is the kit, so you've got a plug block on the bench top for anything extra. We've got the Pico scopes, which were in my diagram. So you've got the arbitrary waveform generator on the back, 2-port oscilloscope, and the digital input. So it's not oscilloscope, it's an MSO, it's a mixed signal, digital and analog. Rigol digital meters, multimeters, same ones that we've got in the lab. Keithley 3-channel power supplies. As you can see, they're doubled up on the benches. Everything's more or less laid out as it should be in the plans. And these are the chairs that you got up here. Not like the ones downstairs, because we're on slow floors. They are the backed stools, so you can work at a high height, not wheelable. You can move all the benches about, reconfigure the place, and yeah, we're almost finished. So the next thing to do is to re-replicate that layout and get all the chairs put together, because they're all flat packs at the moment downstairs. Finish doing that, and yeah, start getting the kit out, and hopefully we'll be getting the desktop machines all hooked up and the power connected to the benches very soon. If everything goes to plan, we might have a working lab next week actually. Never know. See how things go. And just as an extra, in the corner there you can see it on the bench, up on the wall is the bracket. We're going to place a IP camera in here. So yeah, when no one's about, we can keep an eye on things, make sure nothing bad is going on, and hopefully you'll be a bit more secure in here and no one will go running off with a kit. Anyways, that's it for now, and yeah, see you later on. Hopefully we're almost lab set up. We'll definitely have all the chairs in here and probably a lot of kit as well. See you later. Well then, as you can see, things are really starting to shape up here. I've put the arms on the benches now. They're all fixed in place, and all of the computers have all been unpacked, sitting on the benches. This is going to be the long, tedious process of setting up about 26 benches. So as you can see, each computer comes in its own box, each power supply in its own box, each DMM in its own box, plus all the other stuff in its own bloody box. So not only do we have to set up the benches, more or less as they are there, you can see the setup that we've gone for. We also have to manage the waste as well, which is piling up in the lab, and I've just put in a request for that to get shifted because we really have run out of room down there for storing all the rubbish. So I'll leave it there, and hopefully you'll see some more progress in a moment. Well, welcome back, and as you can see, we've been extremely busy. All the kit is up here. Laid out what we've brought up out on the benches, unpacked it, checked it out, sat on the benches. All the PCs on the arms as you can see, and see how it wakes up. Yeah. Yeah, all set up, more or less ready to use. They're all connected through to the joined us to the E domain. I guess you can start using those. We're just installing the software applications on there, so you can use them. Big screen is now up here. It's not fixed to the wall. I've actually got a mobile trolley for that, mobile stand. 65 inch, full, I think it's full HDMI, or is it full HD? I think, or 4K, I'm not too sure, I can't remember now what we bloody bought. So anyway, it's the box for it. It's a C-Touch Laser Air. Comes with Android all installed on there, so you can use it as a whiteboard in a standalone if you really want, or run particular apps, so that's all good. Got a printer in here, multifunction, scan, copy, print, whatever, usual stuff. New SIF reflow oven, an FT03, similar style to what we've got downstairs. We've got the older one, that's the new version. So it's all coming together. And like I said in the last one, hopefully this week it'll all be finished off and up and running. All the kit is up here, it's all out on the benches that we've purchased so far, except for the cupboard for the trays, which is going to go right there. And that's what we're bringing up later on. And we can start having a play about with some of this kit and look at wiring, finish wiring in the benches, because at the moment all these plug blocks on top of the benches, they're just, yeah, you can see there, we just done a quick little bodge on those just to supply power to the computers. And as you heard then, these machines are getting remotely installed at the moment with various applications. So yeah, I'll leave it there and we'll carry on with the build up later. Well, just a quick update about what's happened in here. Picoscopes have gone out, they're all set up, all the equipment's all set up on all the benches. Microscope is coming from Vision Engineering, we're looking at fixing it to that bench. At the moment it's more or less coming to an end. As you can see, cabinets up here with we've stacked it all out with various drawers for your project work. So yeah, that's about it. Just a quick little update. Picos are out, cabinet's been brought up. I have a fridge down in the corner. That's come up and swaps the printer around. That gives you a bit more space around this area. Looking at getting a little cupboard to sit that on, maybe a double width one just there, so we can put a 3D printer on the side. Hopefully we can get that sorted out, but that's you know, future things to come. Apart from that, what's happening next? We're just starting with doing the wiring for the benches, getting that set up. That's the plan for the rest of the next couple of days, 2 days or so. So I've got bricks to go underneath the benches, 3D printed some end caps for these to give a bit more support when they're screwed underneath the underside of the benches. So I've done a couple of those. There you go. You can slot over in, screw them in, stop the cables from being yanked out if you pull the desks with the mains still attached to the wall. And yeah, so we've basically got the setups more or less done on the benches and everything's in. Just do a quick little update. So it's just really power to do. Get all the picoscopes hooked in and finish doing applications on the computers. Once that's done, it's just down to paperwork, doing risk assessments and code of practices for the lab, DSE assessment for the screens, and then you've got to do all the admin and paperwork. Hopefully, yeah, this will all be up and running by the end of the week. Yeah, someone's done the leaning tower of kit there, so you can tell someone's been playing. And yeah, got to get the arbs put away, then go into a cabinet somewhere. So it's just minor stuff now. So once the power's out of the way, you know, simple job done. A couple of soldering irons out on the benches now. 10mm ones for generic use, and you probably saw when I was down this end, we've got the Metcal ones all set up now. Dual Metcals with various tips. What we got there? We've got a conical fine tip, and yeah, there's another one. Delicate soldering underneath your microscope. So I'll leave it there, and hopefully next time you see the video this lab will be done. So I'll see you next time. Hi everyone and welcome back, and as you can see the lab's finished. We're in here, we've moved in, everything's set up, it's ready to roll. If you're a second year or a third year going into your next year, so you'll be third and fourth years, this room is available to you to use as of now. If anybody, if you've been watching this and you've been interested in lab build, I hope you found it useful and interesting what you got to go through to go from a bog standard research roomy type office space into a fully fledged lab. So what have we got? Well, assembly area for soldering and rework. Got a Mantis scope with a ×2 and ×4 zoom on there. So that's all in place on a standard arm and what have you for extra stability. You've got the Metcal dual soldering stations there, so you can do small and mid-range stuff. Give you more room on this, unlike on the standard benches where you've got 2 DMMs, 2 power supplies, 2 pico scopes. We've got rid of those on these and introduced virtual benches. These have been kicking about in the lab for ages, but it means that you've got a bit more space to do all of your dirty work while still retaining the ability to test your kit. So power supply, multimeters, sig gens, all that kind of stuff. Scope is all in one box, and you got a bit more work room. Other stuff that's gone in: fume extraction on more or less all the benches except for the very far one over against the wall. It's not on those ones, but it is on all the other benches, and that is removable. They're all on clamps, so it can be moved about. Like I said, all the stuff on the benches is more or less a standard. Keyboards have had to go back to being wired. The plan was to use wireless keyboards, so you can move them out of the way if you really wanted to, but unfortunately we was getting a lot of interference problems with that. It's just not feasible in a lab of 20 plus computers. Having that many wireless keyboards all in the area just does not work. And we thought we'd try it out, see what happened, but no, it didn't work. So I've had to go back to small form factor wired ones. But saying that, you can always get rid of the mouse and keyboard if you so wish and use touch on the screens. Got a couple of extra bits out on the benches. Some benches we'll put some of the standard kit away, and we've pulled out some of the other useful stuff like the arbitrary signal generators that would be normally stored under the benches in the cupboards. Other stuff that we finished off, all the cabling's all done, all wired up, all nice and neatly. Goes back to the wall sockets, commandos and the Ethernet. So that can be detached for when we move the benches about without getting cables everywhere. Safety stuff's all done. You can see it down the back of the door, HSE and code of practices. All stuff needs to be done for new labs. Big screens all set up, all your cables and everything, and handheld meters are in the cupboard. Little fridge for the solder pastes and whatnot. So everything's done, it's all open, all ready for you to use, and I'm gonna bugger off because you're probably sick to death of me jabbering on, and I will see you in the next video. I'm not too sure what that will be, but I will see you later. One complete lab, all done, start to finish. See you later.